Hi, I'm journalist Juan Venter, and this is your community headline news with the North Coast Courier. On our front page, it's a sad case of deja vu as floods return to Mdloti, despite the community only experiencing around 45 millimeters of rain over the weekend. Residents saw their homes flooded once again, while some repair work undertaken after the major floods last year has also been undone. There are concerns that the most recent issues are man-made, with a suspected alteration to an attenuation dam below the Gold Coast estate in the firing line. A resident believes that the dam went for form over function and that proper attenuation measures were not completed. On page 4, Belvedere ratepayers and Mbai informal settlement residents have been caught in a 20-year fight for reliable electricity supply with no solution in sight. Ratepayers are powerless to combat the decades-long spate of illegal electrical connections, which often leaves them with only 3 to 4 hours of electricity per day. The municipality does periodically remove these connections, but residents say they are often reconnected within hours. We speak to residents of the informal settlement and surrounding community who say they are left with little to no choice but to risk the connections in order to survive. On page 13, we share the story of Salt Rock resident Gareth Bargate, who has gone from watching Vin Diesel tear through the streets of Tokyo in a Mazda RX-7 to owning one himself. Bargate's FD3S RX-7 is a particularly special edition of the car, often turning heads when spotted by North Coast motoring enthusiasts. The RX-7 was hugely popular in Japan, but was never commercially sold in South Africa before its production ended in 2002, making it a rare sight locally. On our back page, Belito's junior cycling contingent continued their recent gold rush, adding another 5 gold medals in national events in the past 2 weeks alone. Liam Mitchell and siblings Amber and Troy Cole kicked things off when they won their respective categories at the South African Enduro Championships in Pietermaritzburg 2 weeks ago. They were joined by Josh Johnson and Connor Hawkins, who claimed the under-17 titles at last weekend's rain-soaked Amashova race. It again speaks to the strength of North Coast's junior cycling community, which has proven itself able to compete with the very best riders in the country. As usual, there is so much more to read in this week's edition of The Courier, so be sure to get your copy today. For the latest and breaking news, be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.